Where there is ego, there is fear, right? So where there is fear, there are expectations. Fear that I don't want to be alone. Then what do? You want suddenly expectations to connect, expectations to belong, right? So, and then where there are expectations, now you have expectation that you have to take care of me, or I should be connecting to you, or I should belong to you, or you should not leave me, or I should not be controlling. And then comes judgments because you're not getting what you want. Are you seeing this? Judgments, everybody, right? So judgments are primarily coming from expectations, and these expectations are coming from your own internal fears. Then where there are these judgments, again there is a fear, because now the judgment is, speak, if I stand my ground and say something, right, then will you leave me? Can you see this again, how that fear is coming up? Because your judgment now is about, say for example, if you're deciding because of your judgment, anybody who is not kind, right, they are not good people, for example, right? Did you all see this? Right, it's a judgment. Now because of that, your judgment about people who are not kind, you try to put yourself into the space of being kind. Your judgments are your prisons. And then you put yourself in your judgment, and you can never be unkind because you fear exactly what you fear for them. If you are unkind, you are not a good person. So you don't want to be seen as a bad person. Can you see that fear again, how it is stemming? Right? And again, where there is a fear, there is ego. So what I'm doing for this conversation, we are not talking about ego yet, right? Because that is a bigger concept, right? Ego is not about your pride, right? Ego is simply acknowledging you as you, is ego, right? So ego is simply the idea of separation, that you and I are different. The very moment we have that idea of separation, then everything begins. This human story begins, right? As I said, heal, transform, transcend. Ego is a transcend conversation. Like, how can you go beyond that separation of you and me? But whatever we are suffering is because of the simple idea of separation itself, that the very ability of us to see you different from me causes suffering. But I'm not going deep into that for this conversation. We are focusing on room one, where we start with, where there is fear, there are expectations. Where there are expectations, there are judgments. Where there are judgments, there is fear. Right? I just want you to take these three lines, and this is the beginning of your journey.